Assalamu alaikum and good morning, students. Welcome back after a short break. I hope you all are doing good and staying home and staying safe. Before this short break, we have already studied the poem Teamwork from Marigold textbook. So, before moving on with the exercise, let's just brush up our memory with the short summary of the poem Teamwork. In this poem, Teamwork, the poet Jan Negro is talking about the importance of teamwork. He says that if we work together as a team, we can make our dreams come true. Teamwork helps us to achieve success, and once we have achieved success, we can share that joy with our teammates. The poet has also given a couple of examples in this poem. He has first given the example of basketball game. It is fun to see someone shoot the basketball, but it can only be enjoyed if the players passes the ball. So here the player who is closer to the hoop can shoot the basket only if his teammates passes the ball. The poet has also given the example of relay race where four players participate and runs a part of distance to reach the finishing line. The relay race can't complete if one of the player doesn't pass the baton to the another player. So students, you might have understood that teamwork helps to achieve more and more success. The poet also says that individually we are different parts, but when we combine these parts, that is, the individuals together and work as a whole, that means a team, it can be of great advantage and we can achieve great things in life. Just like a cricket team, where each player has a common goal, that is, winning the match. But this goal will only be achieved if these players work together as a whole big team. I hope you have understood the poem. So let's move on towards the glossary. Let's see the first one, that is teamwork. It means combined efforts of a group. The second one is hoop. Here it means wooden or iron ring trundled along by child. Let's see the third one. Passes, that is move onwards. The fourth one is relay race. Race between the teams of which each person does part of the distance. And the last one is baton. That means a short tube or stick carried in a relay race. So students, you need to write down the glossary after writing down the poem. Let's move towards the exercise. Let's see the first exercise. Complete the following sentences. The first one, if nobody passes the ball in the basketball game, then you can't shoot. So, shoot is the answer over here. Let's see the second one. In a relay race, if no one passes the baton, then relay race can't go on. Let's see the next exercise, that is think and write. The first one is name the team members needed for the following. So here there are given some activities in which we need to write down the team members' name who are needed to carry out those activities. So I have written some. If you know any other, you can write those names also. First one, to play cricket, we need batsmen, bowlers, fielders, coaches, etc. The second one, to make a film, we need directors, producers, actors, actresses, singers, etc. The third one, to run a good school, we need principals, teachers, students, chairmen, etc. Let's see the last one. To run a restaurant, we need managers, chefs, waiters, etc. So, students, you need to note down the let's read exercise, that is, complete the following sentences in your notebook after writing down the poem and the glossary. Let's move on to the next exercise. Complete the sets of rhyming words. One has been done for you. So, students, you already know what are rhyming words. Rhyming words are the words that have the same or similar ending sound. So, here the first row has the words from the poem And in the second row, you have to write down your own rhyming words for it. I have written the answers here. You can also write your own words which rhyme with the words from the poem. So let's see the answers written over here. The word team is from the poem and the rhyming word for that word is beam. Let's see the rest of them. Plus, bus, done, gun, hoop, loop, shoot, root, goal, coal, and joy, koi. Let's move towards the next exercise. Let's read the poem given over here in the image. For want of a nail. For want of a nail, the shoe was lost. For want of a shoe, the horse was lost. For want of a horse, the rider was lost. For want of a rider, the battle was lost. For want of a battle, the kingdom was lost. And all for the want of a horseshoe nail. So, students, you might have heard this rhyme before. It means that our actions, no matter how unimportant we think they are, it will always have a consequence. Consequence means results. Sometimes something such insignificant like a nail could cause such a big trouble like the loss of a kingdom. So here the poet talks about a battle during which the loss of a nail in a horseshoe leads to the loss of a horse, which leads to the loss of the rider, which further leads to the loss of the battle, and which in turn leads to the loss of whole kingdom. So, students, you might have understood this poem. Now, you have to form the questions for the answers given in the speech bubbles. It means the answers are already there and you have to form the questions. Let's see the first one. The shoe was lost because of the nail. And the question formed for this answer is, why was the shoe lost? The second one. The kingdom was lost because the battle could not be fought. And the question formed for this answer is, why was the kingdom lost? And the last one, the battle was lost because there was no rider. And the question formed for it is, why was the battle lost? Now you need to make three more questions and answers from the poem Teamwork. Here I have made three questions and answers along with it. You can form another questions also. So let's see the questions and answers which I have formed over here. What is the fun to shoot? The fun is to shoot the basketball in the hoop. The second one, how can you make your dream work? So together we can make our dream work. And the third one, where should we put our eyes on? We should put our eyes on a common goal. Let's move on towards the next exercise. So this is a picture composition. You have to look at the picture and answer the questions in one sentence using the word clues given in the box. So here you can see the image of a house and some people working over there. The names of those persons are given in the box: plumber, mason, painter, electrician, laborer, carpenter, and gardener. So students, I hope that you have studied the image properly. So now let's see the questions related to this image. Who is laying the bricks? So students, any guesses? Yes, the answer is the mason is laying the bricks. Let's see the second one. Who is holding the ladder? So the answer is the laborer is holding the ladder. The third one. Who is the man on the ladder? Well, we can see him fixing the bulb. So he might be an electrician. So the answer is the man on the ladder is an electrician. Let's see the fourth one. Who is making the door? So students, what would be the answer? Well, yes, the answer is carpenter. The carpenter is making the door. So let's see the next question. Who is painting the walls? So students, do you know who paints the walls? Well, the painter paints the walls. So the answer is the painter is painting the walls. Let's move on to the next exercise. So let's see the first question in Let's Talk. In groups of 5, discuss what you enjoy doing alone and what you like doing in a group. Now prepare a list as shown below. So here we have two columns. In the first column you have to write the things that you like doing alone. And in the second column you have to write the things that you like doing in a group. I have written the sample answers over here. You can write your own answers. So let's see the first one. Things I like doing alone: watching television, playing video game and listening to music. And things I like doing in a group are playing cricket, watching movie in the theater and shopping. Let's move on to the next question. In your family, what activities are done individually and as a group? So students, over here, you have to note down the activities which are done by your family members themselves and the activity which is done by your family together as a group. So these are again the sample answers, so you have the liberty of writing your own answers. Let's see the first one. My mother decides what shall be cooked in the dinner. So this activity is done by my mother herself. Second one, my father decides my pocket money. This activity is done by my father himself. The third one, I decide the place for our vacations. So here, this activity is done by myself. And the last one, we decide the timings for every member to watch television. So this activity is done by all of us together in a group as a family. Let's move on to the next exercise. We sometimes use short forms for some words. For example, we use I apostrophe am, that is I'm, for I am, and I apostrophe ve, that is I for I have. So these shortened words are called contractions. The mark is an apostrophe which shows where the letters are left out. Now let's see some examples together. The first one is we will and the contraction formed is V apostrophe double L. So here we have placed apostrophe before double L because we have dropped two letters over there and those are W and I. The second one is you have and the contraction formed is you've. The third one is there is and the contraction formed is theirs. The fourth one is cannot and the contraction form is can't. Let's see the next one. That is what have and the contraction formed is whatever. The next one is we are and the contraction formed is were. Let's see the next one. That is we have and the contraction formed is we've. Here also we have placed apostrophe before we because we have dropped two letters over here and those are H and A. Let's see the last one in this table and that is they are and the contraction formed is there. Now we would be doing two exercises which are related to contractions. The first one, write the contractions for the following phrases. Let's see the first one, that is has not and the contraction formed is hasn't. The second one is have not and the contraction formed is haven't. The third one is do not and the contraction formed is don't. And the last one is are not and the contraction formed is aren't. Let's see the second exercise. Write the full forms for the following. So here They have given contractions and we have to write the full forms. The first contraction given over here is weren't and the full form is were not. The second one is she'll and the full form is she will. The third contraction is wasn't and the full form is was not. And the last one is whose and the full form is who is. So I hope students that you have understood and clear with all the exercises done over here. For your information, you just have to write the poem, glossary and complete the sentences in your notebook and you would be doing the rest of the exercises in your textbook only. Hope to see you soon students with another topic. Thank you.